My father started in 1946 when he got home from World War II. He made enough money shooting craps on a troop train to buy a truck because his farm was gone. Alice and I were two kids, and I drove a truck for my father. Things just materialized, and we ended up with a couple trucks.
Well, when the boys were little, we all made a lot of trips together. Maybe it was hauling a load of livestock, or those were our vacations, doing things like that in the truck. Sunday afternoon, haul a load of cattle to Omaha.
And did various rock and sand and hauled lime and spread fertilizer in this area until the mid-70s, and I ordered concrete one day and they said they wouldn't bring it because it was too late in the day. And I thought, wow, that's the job I should have. And I told Alice and my friends, I said, you know, we should get in that business.
Yeah, my dad started the business back in 1976, and he bought an old concrete plant up in Minnesota. Him and a partner he had at the time moved it down here and got it going.
When we started, of course, we had borrowed money on our house to buy the plant on a contract.
So we tried to borrow some money to buy the Redi-Mix plant. And the bank told us we would lose, they didn't want any part of it, we would lose everything that we have. Well, we were young, 4 little kids, we didn't have anything to lose. I don't think they would have taken the kids, so.
In the second year we were in business, there was a crop failure in this part of the world, and there was no crop. And there wasn't hardly any farmers, I'd say 99% of them got a government loan. And we even got one ourselves, but we had to pay ours back immediately.
There's a lot of times I would just think maybe we should just quit and get a job where at least you had a check every week. I thought that would have been pretty nice.
Then we had a cement shortage. You had an allotment. Well, we had no business to start with, so we didn't have any allotment. Here we were in business about 4 years before we could even have any business. So we're very fortunate that we could hang on.
My first memories are working around the plant when I was about 12 years old, loading trucks, running the little bit of equipment that we had to fill the concrete plant. I would answer the telephones as my dad and his partner were making deliveries, batch concrete, do what little bit of work I was able to as a 12-year-old. It instilled within me a work ethic that lasted the rest of my life.
I had a son, Johnny, that poured concrete. He'd pour and we'd haul, and then he decided that he wanted to get more into concrete and not pour concrete anymore. Then between Johnny and Alice and I, then we just kept building on this business. We were really customer oriented. We still are. My customers that I had then are still my friends. I worked with farmers, and farmers have got a wonderful work ethic, you know. The plant we have here, the one in Boone and Fort Dodge, Johnny built those buildings. He didn't call up and order that from a factory. They made them on our shop floor here.
My dad and my brother were wanting to expand the family business, and I could always tell they had a successful thing going here. Said to my brother one day, I said, hey, how about we buy the family business and you and I run it? He thought that was a good idea, so I took it to my father and presented it to him, and he was ecstatic.
I thought maybe we'd done all right, Alice and I, because they were interested in following up where we left off. And that probably was the best day of our lives.